Welcome to the third episode of our Homemaking Hollow. Welcome. Oh my goodness, I feel like it's been a while since I filmed one. Last one was the spring one, but I wanted to bring you guys along into a summer morning of the Homemaking Hollow. Now, this is not my morning routine because we skipped me getting up, getting ready. These are kind of just a soft girl summer morning of fun activities. So first and foremost, I found an amazing recipe of making bread. It's easy, it's fast. I know some of you girlies are like dipping your toes into homemaking, or your new wives or your seasoned wives, and I hope I'm not the only one, but making bread kind of intimidates me with the whole like yeast and the whole kneading, but this is so much easier. You guys don't even have to do all of that. So I wanted to show you guys the bread recipe. It's delicious. We add some rosemary and it just gives it a great taste. Secondly, we are actually starting this early because it is barely about to be 9 o'clock and we're going antiquing with my neighbor. She is in my building. She's an elderly lady and she is so much fun, and I told her, I had tea with her like a couple of weeks ago, and I told her that I like antiquing. I love character details, charming things, and she's like, we're going antiquing. Get ready, we're going antiquing. So we are going antiquing, super fun, and then we are going to skedaddle over to Barnes & Noble because I have to return a book. I have to return it because I found a better price on Amazon. I like supporting Barnes & Noble, but this was a ridiculously different price. As I'm sitting here editing this video, I have gotten the wonderful opportunity to reflect on my time with my wonderful neighbor, Miss Judy. And funny enough, it just reiterates how important community is. And I actually read Exodus 1 this morning before I got my day started, and it talked about the two midwives that disobeyed Pharaoh and had the fear of the Lord. And I can't help but think about the two midwives and how there was two and not one, and how they both went against the orders of Pharaoh. And I just feel like that's such a testament to having community in your life and having Christian people that can speak into your life, because I feel like if it was just one midwife, I think they would have faltered and did what the Pharaoh ordered. But then again, in my head, I feel like they encouraged each other to stick to what they know, to stick to what the Lord has taught them. Alright girlies, so we went ahead and finished the bread, like making it. So I want to show you girlies a little hack. I actually got this from the Feminine Fancy. Ow! And she actually says, so the recipe calls for the bread to sit and rise for about 2 to 3 hours. So she said a little hack to make it go by faster is to get like a little space heater, and that's what I did. This is my husband's space heater that he's had, and I just covered it with a damp towel and the little space heater, so hopefully it rises fairly quickly. Now if your bread takes a little bit to rise, I do like to turn the temperature down in my house for a bit. That's why I say that we are doing this early, because it gets hotter throughout the day and it just gets a little unbearable. So with that being said, we are pretty much have to wait for 2 hours, but I want to show you guys the cleanup process. And this is why I'm such a big advocate of making sure like you prep your stuff, measure things out, because it just makes the cleaning process so much easier. We just have to put the yeast up, my bowls that I got, to use that kosher salt, and it's like this is the cleanup. Like, how easy is this? And I put down a baking mat because I don't want everything to get everywhere. Like, you could use a cutting board, but I like the texture of this baking mat. So that's a quick little hack as well to streamline your baking. So we are back from antiquing, and oh my goodness, we had such a great time. We were there for 3 hours. I only got a couple of things from the antique shop, but these things are my favorite things. First and foremost is my neighbor. She was so sweet and gracious enough to like buy me these things, which I did not ask for them. She's just such a kind lady. It was a gift. So the first thing that I found, oh my goodness, I'm so excited, is this super cute little tray. Like, how adorable. But wait, you guys, it's marble, real marble. It is literally so heavy. So this is the marble tray. It's absolutely beautiful. It just needs a good little wash. I haven't washed it yet, but it's going to look stunning. Even the glass itself is heavy. Like, look at it. A nice little wash. It's beautiful, beautiful. Little tip for you guys, if you want to go thrifting, you want to even go thrifting, is my thing. My number one tip is to go with time. We looked at the whole antique store front to back, and I actually found this in a little booth because the main store is up in the front, but then they have people's booth in the back, and we went through every single booth. And this specific booth had a lot of stuff. It had a table, it had plates, and on that table, this darling little plate was here. If I would have not looked down and looked past all the dishware and super cute dishes that they had, I would have missed it. Guys, in on a little secret, it was $16. This is $16. Anywhere else, even if you buy it brand new at a store, it's going to go for so much higher than $16. It was such a steal. So my next find, I am super excited about this one. If you guys know anything about me and my love for hosting, is that I am a Martha Stewart stan before she went to jail. Before she got in trouble with the law. But I am a Martha Stewart stan. Love her books. This is the actual Martha Stewart entertaining book that she first came out with, the infamous entertaining book by Martha Stewart. Oh my goodness, when I tell you guys that I went into the antique store with the aspirations, the hopes, the desires of finding a Martha Stewart book, the Lord was by my side. What are the odds that I would have found this book? And it's the original, not the new and improved Martha Stewart entertaining book, because I do have that one, but I wanted the original. Like, this is the original. Another great tip for antiquing or thrifting, first and foremost, is to look at the bottom shelves. Look down below, because A, most people are gonna hide things that they want. B, you'll find some amazing treasures. This book was at the bottom shelf in the Christmas section of all sections. If I would have not looked down and saw that there was a couple of books, you guys want to know the best part? It was $3. If you guys know anything about like entertaining books, coffee books, those can be so expensive. Personally, a Martha Stewart entertaining book can either go from like $40 to $80, and if you're buying it secondhand from a Martha Stewart fanatic, sometimes they will try to sell it for $100. I got this one for for $3. This bread is delicious. I was apprehensive that it wasn't gonna come out good because the whole like debacle with like baking it. Oh, it's so good. Like, it's nice and crunchy. Can you guys see that steam? Oh. So good. I will link the recipe down below. It's so good.